What is up, guys? MattWic here. We are back NHL 24 Pittsburgh Penguins GM mode, and as you can tell already, I wanted to keep it a secret, but I guess the game just wouldn't let me. Big changes were made in the offseason, really just that one. But let's go ahead and take a look at the lines here heading into, I believe this is year 3 with our Pittsburgh Penguins. So we have Macklin Celebrini playing on the first line with Sidney Crosby. We'll see how long that lasts. I might have him drive his own line at the second line, depending on how they put up their points. But Celebrini, Crosby, DeBrincat, a very nice first line in my opinion. And then second line, Frank Vatrano, who decided to stick around. We re-signed him to a 2-year, $5 million deal with Evgeny Malkin and Michael Bunting, who is a Pittsburgh Penguin legend already. And then as you'll see too, Crosby was up for extension. He wanted 2 years, 7.25. I just gave it to him. I was thinking about giving him 3 years, but he's already 38 years old, so that'll take him into his 40-year-old contract. He's never leaving, neither with Malkin. Even if they're 71s, I'll still be playing him on the top lines. Other than that, third line I'm very happy with as well. Drew O'Connor, Tristan Brose jumped a nice little bit, 83 overall now. Love his stats across the board too. Aggressiveness, chef's kiss. He's a little rat down there on that third line. Brian Russ still on the team as well. How many years does he have left on his contract? 3 years at 5.1. Oh, terrible contract. But he'll be here for a little while longer. I'm not as tied to him as I am the other guys, so we'll see if he starts to drop during this year. He might be finding a new home. And then our fourth pairing, I guess, Mike Matteo, Vasily Ponomarev, and Vasily Podkolzin. There as well. I think that'll be a nice little line there. I think they could put up some points here and there. But overall forward group I'm pretty happy with. I didn't make any changes really to in free agency. I just re-signed Vatrano, who we signed or traded for at the trade deadline last year. And then just let a couple of our young guys come up and take over. Lars Eller's gone. That was the one big move, I guess. He didn't want to re-sign, so I said, kick rocks, you 36-year-old, get out of here. And as I said at the beginning, Victor Hedman, our big off-season acquisition, he only wanted 1 year, $13.075 million. I had $15 million in cap. I gave it to him, and I signed us a backup goalie, who we'll see here in a second, who you might already see in the thumbnail because I'm probably going to use him. The band is back together. But we have Victor Hedman and Erik Karlsson, our Swedish elite line. And then we have Matthias Samuelsson and Chris Letang, with Jacob Chikrin and Christopher Tanev, who also wanted to re-sign 1 year, $4 million. I was not going to say no to that. I think that's a good deal for us, for a nice little bottom pairing defenseman. And then scratched, we do have a couple guys who we'll see if they get some time in there. Ludwig, I'd like to get him a couple games because I think he's a nice little player. The 69th overall pick too, you got to respect that. And then this guy we signed in the off season just because he wanted a 2-way deal. So I was like, cheap deal, short guy, why not? Decent stats there as well for him. So we'll see, maybe get them a couple games in there as well. This is going to be our biggest weakness on the team this year, our goaltending position. Joel Blomqvist did not grow as much as I would hoped. He only went up 1 overall. He's still listed as a backup goalie, but still medium elite potential. So maybe get to 85, 86 by the playoffs and then carry us through there. And then the big boys back home, Marc-Andre Fleury, 40 years of age, signed a 1 year, $175 million contract. Pittsburgh would be overjoyed to have the boy back in town playing pranks, being a little mischievous bastard. But that is what the team looks like. I'll show you guys the AHL real quick as well. Very happy with our farm system. As you can see, Tomas Ranta, our second round pick from year 1. He's looking nice. Rudolph Klein's already on the second line there, first round pick last year. And then just everybody else is developing. I mean, 25, 23, good overalls on them. I'm pretty happy with the farm system. Cruz Lucius, 21 years of age, 75 overall. Sam Poulin looking like a bit of a bust, but still got a couple years to develop. So forward group I'm very happy with. Defense, Owen Pickering developed nicely. He went up, I think, 3 overall in the offseason, so I'm happy with that. Vassanainen, high 7th defenseman, 73 overall, so he's a guy we might have to look out for in the future. His stats are pretty good. Poise, 81, offensive awareness, defensive awareness looks good. Good skater, so we'll see if he can make the jump someday. And then Vukojevic is a guy I always want to see if he can develop because I love his physical stats as a defender, and he's a 2-way guy too, so having him and McDermott on the D pairs keeps everybody else safe. And then in goal, we do have Sergei Murashov and Noah Valley. So some youth in the future. So one of these guys can probably take over for Fleury either next year or the year after, depending on if he wants to retire or not. Scratch, nobody really of note there. I guess Koivunen, 22 years old. He probably should get a roster spot. Let me see if there's anybody I can take out. It's maybe a little bit older, who I'm like, I don't really care about his development. Jonathan Gruden, you are that guy. I know he still has 1 year left to develop, but I mean, we're going to go with Koivunen just because he's 22. Brighter future for him. Maybe we'll look at moving on from Gruden, send him somewhere else, maybe up to the Canadians if they hire that other John Gruden coach. But let's go ahead and sim to the regular season. Owner goals, thank you very much. One thing I did notice as well in the offseason is the computer's willingness to move was very high. So that was a little scary to see that there. I'm like, come on, what's going on here, guys? Why are we looking to move so fast? FSG's trying to take them away from us. Chris Letang and Svejkovsky for 2 second-round picks. That's actually not bad value, but I'm going to say no. Chris Letang ain't going anywhere. Tanev a third and Anson for a second and a third. No. Good to know these guys have some value, though, like Tanev specifically, for if we don't have too good of a season, or if we want to maybe switch him out with Ludwig at some point. Or the other guy as well, Bryson. But let's go ahead, sim a couple games here. We'll sim up to this Atlanta game. Can we win our home opener? We cannot. 4-1 loss to the Carolina Hurricanes. Then we have to wait almost a week to play again. Get the bad taste out of our mouths, which we do there. Victor Hedman reunion to Tampa Bay. Not in Tampa Bay, but we'll see what he can put up there and see if we can get some revenge here against the Hurricanes. We cannot, and we go back-to-back losses. Not a good look there. But we'll see how far we decide to sim through in this video here. Can we beat the Caps? In Washington, second, third, and Bayou for a second and a third. No. No, we cannot beat Washington. God damn it. We'll pretty much go through this first month. We're like on a win-loss right now. Wow, Columbus 7-2. And then maybe see what we want to do with some lines. Nice 3-game winning streak there. Can we keep it rolling against the Flyers? We'll go to the end of the month here with these last 3 games. We can. 5-game winning streak. We love to see that. No, we do not want to trade Christopher Tanev. Leave me alone. 6-game winning streak, and then it comes to an end, but I'm happy with that. Probably no line changes really necessary now after that. So let's take a quick look. Who's our point leader? Evgeny Malkin, 14 points in 13 games. He is the ageless wonder. But let's see how that top line's doing. 4 goals, 7 assists. 7 goals, 3 assists. 2 and 12. Wow, nice to break it. Bunting, 3 and 4. You'd like a little bit more, but +4. I'm not going to complain too much about that. O'Connor +3, Bros +1, Brian Rust +1, 0, 0, and 4. Okay, not bad, not bad. How's the AHL looking? Anybody ready to come up almost? I'm gonna just take a quick peek to see if, just because we do have no forwards, I believe, right now in the NHL, just to like switch in and out on that 4th line. Maybe Poulin is a guy we call back up, toss him in there and see what he can do, or maybe Arshdeep Baines. Although I'm not a huge fan of his defense. To play 4th line, I feel like that's going to be quite a liability. How's Klein doing? Ooh, 11 points in 11 games for the rookie. We'll let him develop a little bit more because I want to get a trophy in that case. Maybe Svejkovsky's a guy. -5. Boss Ranta. Maybe he could come up a little bit and play on that 4th line there. I like his defensive stats. I mean, he's really well-rounded all around. Well-rounded all around. So let's go through and sim a little bit more. Maybe he's like a mid-season call-up guy. We'll see what we want to do there with him. But let's go through a couple more games. Like I said, we want a nice 5-game losing streak, so we don't want to change too much. Let's go up to the weekend. I'd love another win against the Flyers. No, we don't want to give you Fleury back. I know you're not asking for him, but I'm not giving him back. 6-3, nice win against the Flyers. We love those. Winnipeg, can we get revenge? We cannot. They have our number. 12 and 6. Yikes. All right, couple division games here. Caps, we lose. Crap. Come on. We can't lose to Columbus again. All right, we get another win there. And then let's see. We got New Jersey and Toronto. A Noonan. I actually should have looked at that trade. That might have been a decent one. Because like I said, our goaltending is probably our weakest spot right now. So I don't know if you guys think I should look to address that coming up in the future. Near future. Far future. I mean, Bloomqvist is our future, but it just kind of depends on how long it's going to take him before he can get ready up there. Tampa Bay, that's going to be Hedman's first game back in Tampa after leaving, so let's go ahead and sim up to that one. We'll do a period by period sim for it, see if we can't get Some points there. Another win against the Flyers. Let's go. No, Minnesota, you already had Marc-Andre Fleury. We're not giving you Chris Letang. Leave me alone. And another win there. We are looking feisty, boys. The Islanders and the Rangers. Jesus Christ. Tons of points there for those guys. Same amount of games played, too. Disappointing. But we're not looking too bad. What's this? We're very securely... I wouldn't say very securely, but we are in a wild card spot. We're comfortably in a wild card spot, at least now. What, by like 5 points. So I like that. Let's go ahead and sim into this game, and then we might wrap the video up there. A little bit of a shorter one. Keep them shorter format, but try to pump them out a little bit faster. We'll see what happens. Brian Rust gets on the power play, maybe shorthanded goal, maybe from Pustonen, you son of a bitch, how dare you. Maybe from Victor Hedman back there. Bunting gets 2, Stamkos 1, third period. It's going to be huge. Let's go 8 times sim. Come on, Victor Hedman, get the game winner for me. Yes, Bunting with a hat trick. Let's go. Good to see him lighten it up. Power play, can we kill it off? Good job, boys. Oh, we can't. Oh, this is an Eastern Conference Finals rematch too. So this is a little exciting. Nick Paul, so it's just as intense as it was in the playoff. Bunting 4-goal game. Let's go. Another one for Russ too. He's got 2 in this game. And then, like I said, we'll take a look and see. Ooh, not so fast. Okay, we close him out 6-5. What a game though for Hedman's first game back in Tampa Bay. 3 stars. Michael Bunting 4 goals. Malkin 5 assists. What a day for the boys. Hedman, did he have any points? Where's he at? Yes, he had 1 assist. 26 minutes of ice time, too. Wow. Well, we're paying him $13 million, so he better be logging a ton of minutes for us. But let's see. Get to the end of the month here, even though we don't have any games left. End of the month on a nice 4-game winning streak. Not too shabby. 51 points. The Blue Jackets. Ooh, look at the Flyers down there. Man, the Pacific, what I'd give to be over in that division right now. 17-7-1 for the Canucks. Interesting little record there. Let's see, we got a nice little, oh no, this is the West Coast teams come to play us, and then we have another game back in Tampa Bay, so let's go ahead and sim up to that one. We'll do the period by period sim maybe one more time. Let's see. We got a nice win streak going on now. Holy crap. Not bad at all. What's that, a 7-game win streak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-game win streak right now for the boys, Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's see. Let's just keep going until we lose, and then we'll take a look at the another win there. 8 games. Can we make it 9? 9 games. Can we make it 10? Double digits. No, it ends there. Oh, and that's where we'll end the video off. I'll take a look at the numbers or the points that the boys are putting up so far. But being first in the Metro, we love to see that. Look at the Blue Jackets, 36 games played. 7 points back, so that's another thing that we love to see too. How's Atlanta doing? Terrible. They are going to relocate. Evgeny Malkin still leading the team in points. Let's go just look at the whole points leaders and see what the boys are doing. Frankie Vatrano. Ooh, I see some minuses there. Why? Crosby, Celebrini, and DeBrincat, our first line. I'm going to leave it alone, but interesting to see that our second line is tearing it up. Where's Bunting at? He's on that second line. 4 goals and so he's got 8 goals and 9 points in those games. A little disappointing, but I guess he's he's mucking it up while Malkin and Vatrano get all the numbers on that line there. Maybe mixing up that first line a little bit is something that we mess around with. I don't know if I want to do too much changes. Chychrun on third pairing. Wow, he's putting up 22 points. Hedman there as well, so nice to see. With our younger guys, Bros has 15 points, not bad. O'Connor 16 points, plus 11 and plus 12 between those two. Erik Karlsson's a plus 15. Wow. All right, so I mean the team's looking great. I don't really think there's a need to really change anything. Like I said, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that first line because that's a little bit disappointing. Marc-Andre Fleury's only played 1 game so far. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't have the automatic goalie rotations off. I'll do that once I end the video. But 23 and 10 for Blomqvist. 908, 304 goals against, not bad at all. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, boys. Let me know what you think of the lines and any suggested changes I should make. But hey, I'm feeling good. 9-1 in our last 10, first in the Metro. Pens are back, baby.